Elizabeth McGlynn, and I play Major Motoko Kusanagi in Ghost in the Shell.
And I'm William Knight, and I play Aramaki.
Fujisaki.
No, I'm lying.
Say Tsujisaki.
I'm Richard Epcot, I play Bato. Bato.
Yeah.
Please hold it down, please hold it
No,
down.
no.
Hold it
Don't,
down.
no,
Hold it
please,
down,
please.
No, really.
No, please, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got more excitement at the airport, for God's sake.
TSA.
I actually, this is a true story. I was going through TSA one time, and one of the guys said, "Mr. Epcar," and I said, "Yes." And I thought he was going to pull me out of line for something, and I'm going, first of all, how does this guy know my name? It was kind of weird. And he goes, "Are you Richard Epcar?" I said, "Yes." He goes, "You do Bato and Ghost in the Shell?" And it was bizarre, you know. It was kind of one of those bizarre moments.
Yeah.
So, and then he frisked me and gave me
Now they're married.
a body cavity search.
Yes.
And the rest is history. You opened a boutique in San Francisco. And
So nice. Sold anime and
lying.
action figures.
Yes.
And toys.
Good Lord. All right, so Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we did that show.
We were kind of hoping we'd do the new one, but no.
No, it's fine. I think you guys know there's a new Ghost in the Shell coming out called Arise, and the animation looks amazing.
Yeah, but we're not part of it.
Yeah, so
We're
the
not bitter or
Japanese was
anything.
recast. So the Japanese company also, they licensed it to Funimation to do the dub, and so they recast it the same way. So I have no ill will at all about that. I mean, I would have loved to.
I hate them.
I know. Rich and I are going to do the yin and yang of this whole thing. It's all good and positive and wonderful.
Sucked.
I know. It's just I can't wait to hear who does us though. I can't wait.
Abe Flotnick.
Abe
will
Flotnick.
be playing Bato.
And Abe Vigoda will be playing Motoko. Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. Does
Colleen
anybody know how
Lincoln
many?
Barrett or something?
No, Colleen didn't audition for it. She wouldn't. She says, "I can't follow you." I was like, "Oh, honey."
Come on, that's ridiculous.
silly.
That's silly.
I know. I was like, "It's a job. Go get it." You know.
That's kind of silly. I don't get that whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, a part's a part, and you know, there's going to be people playing. You know, we were talking about. I had a panel yesterday with Troy and Nolan, and you know, we're talking about the Joker, and I do the Joker in several games, and Troy does the Joker in Arkham Origins, and you know, we're just talking about that. That's an iconic. Those are iconic characters, and you know, they're going to be played by other actors. You know, long after we've done those characters, and you know, it's like anything. It's like, you know, Mary's Hamlet would be different than my Hamlet, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Very different.
Very different.
But you know, everybody's got their take on the character, and you know, that's kind of the fun of it. You know, there's how many actors? 7 actors. 7 actors that play James Bond so far.
Yeah. And each one's different.
Each one's different. Each one is valid and good and does a good job, and you know. So, I mean, you know, there's a lot of characters that several people play, and you know, you get attached to these guys. It's like, you know, I'm attached to Bato. I'm sure you're attached to the Major, and you want to
think how many Doctor Who's there are.
Yeah,
how many
true.
Doctor Who's have there been?
13.
Who?
As of now, 13.
13. Yeah.
Who?
So. Yeah.
Doctor Who?
You're funny.
Who?
You're so funny.
Who?
Say it again. It's
Who?
funny. Oh, it's tickling me. It's so funny.
I still like David Tennant myself. That's me.
I've never seen that.
I like that. But I have to say, he's the only one that I've seen the most of, so I really like him. But
Yeah.
I think he's a terrific actor anyway. Jeez. Major gas bag over here.
It's a gas bag, Diet Coke. I don't drink Diet Coke anymore, and I've had it the last couple
see
days.
why.
And man, I just belch my balls off. It's
Good.
so good. It makes me so
She's
happy.
got 'em, too, I'm
Wow,
telling you right
and
now.
I'm classy like that because I'm from Jersey, so I represent. Right?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Right. Bada bing, bada boom. So what questions do you guys have? We'll
Questions
talk
for
about
us.
anything you want. Why is the sky
Yes, you in the back there.
There was a question kind of approached very briefly in the second season about the Major's body. And your character, Bato, was talking about the watch she wears, and it kind of implies that the Major was not originally a woman. Is that the case, or?
She started as a giraffe, I think.
No, I think in the manga, don't they talk about that she may have been a man at some point or something like that? Or
Well, if you get a chance to choose whatever body you want, I would imagine she would have tried a couple different genre, you know, steampunk Motoko, Doctor Who male Motoko. Who?
Who?
Really? All morning? Is this gonna happen all morning?
I'll beat it to death. You know me.
It seems to me that she was always fascinated with the experience of being. I mean, I'm making this up. This is my own idea of what she is. Is that I'm BSing? Is that she was always really interested in just the experience of life, and whether that's male, female, whether she has experiences with young boys, girls, whatever. I mean, that's just like she was just searching for meaning, I think, and experiencing life in every different way. Like there was the morality of it was never in question for her. There was not. It wasn't a moral decision. It was more about having an experience. You know.
And she's into women, obviously.
Yeah, she is.
She's into women.
I mean, so.
I don't blame her. If I was a woman, I'd be into women too.
Yeah.
But how does that relate to the watch that Bob was asking about?
Well, I think, I think it was in Solid State Society, you kind of get a glimpse into her apartment, and you see that basically there's all these bodies hanging in the closet, like people would have clothes. She has bodies, all these different kinds of bodies, and I think there's something about when she's in the body that she prefers or that she feels is her, that she wears that watch, and I think that's a clue as to when she's being herself. I don't know, I'm conjecturing. I'm just, yeah. What do you think? Do you think that's
Yeah, I
in
think
the ballpark?
that sounds good to me. I'll take that for
You
$1.
don't
I do care. Who? Who? Yeah.
What were your favorite scenes to play in Ghost in the Shell?
Oh man. Anytime I got to berate Crispin Freeman was always a good time. Because I love Crispin so much, and he's so smart. He just makes me mad. He's so smart. How could you be so smart and good looking? I hate you. So, yeah, I loved all the badass scenes where she just got to take him down. You know, I mean, it was really fun to play. And I loved the relationship between the Major and Bateau. That was, getting to play off of Richard, or Richard getting to play off of me, depending on what order we went to the studio, was always so much fun.
Yeah,
And it was
yeah.
great to have you in my head.
Oh, thank you. It's a really wonderful relationship I think they have, and he's very, it's very touching to me as he's so caring and loving of her, and she doesn't give a rat's ass about him. But anyway,
She just doesn't show it.
yeah. No, I think she does appreciate that he has feelings for her, but I think it's unrequited. But there was one scene in Innocence where the Major comes in and helps him, and she becomes one of the gynoids, and she's fighting the other gynoids and helping him, and he doesn't realize it's her at first, but then he realizes it's her, and then all these gynoids are basically naked, so he takes off his coat and he puts it around her, and I almost
Isn't that
started.
the end of Innocence?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I started tearing up. I mean, it was very touching. He just has such a soft, this big, hulking, tough guy has such a soft spot in his heart for her. I think it's just really, really nice.
Yeah, and she couldn't care less about.
She doesn't give a
about
rat's
it in the
ass
first. No, I mean about being in that body that's
Oh.
exposed. She doesn't care at
No,
all.
she didn't care about that.
She doesn't. She'd be a definite. Where's the naked beach? She doesn't care.
No.
She would just be like, she'd walk around naked all the
She
time.
just has to. Well, look at her police uniform.
Yeah.
I put uniform in quotes.
Yeah.
And I'm going, is that standard police issue? Because if it is, I'm signing up.
Yeah. The shaving would be difficult with that.
Yes, it
A
would
lot
be.
of maintenance to wear that every day.
Yeah, but it's all,
Maybe
aesthetic.
waxing.
Yeah.
Lasers. Probably get a
You guys
laser.
performed the voiceovers. Where was it performed? And also, do you have a favorite voiceover microphone?
Oh, Gaffel. Gaffel. I love Gaffel mics.
Oh, I thought that was.
No, we did
I thought
it-
that was like huzzah or something.
Huzzah! Gaffel! Gaffel, the king is near. We did it up at Magnitude 8, which is a studio in Los Angeles, California, just north of Los Angeles, actually, in Arleta. We did it in
I actually walked home from there one day.
Did you really?
That's a really long walk.
That's a long walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great though.
It's where the 170 and the 5 meet. We're from LA, all we do is talk freeways and locations by freeway.
It's like
it's
a
where the
used
5
car
and
lot.
170.
Come to the 170 where the
Where the
5
5
meets.
meets. This weekend only. Ghost in the Shell record.
Well,
Or Neumann's are really
yeah,
good too.
the U87 Neumann is is basically industry standard for
Yeah.
all this stuff. For animation in particular, if you're doing any kind of live action, they usually use the Sennheiser shotgun mics because it's the same mics they use on the set, so it sounds the same. Like the boom guys use the same mics. So when they want to match those sounds so it doesn't sound weird, they use that. But there's a guy, have you ever done a convention with Greg Hauser? Do you know him by any chance? He's a voice guy, a really, really nice guy. But anyway, he is like the most knowledgeable guy about microphones on the planet. And he's always telling me, you got to get a Manley, you got to get a Manley. I've never used a Manley before, I don't even know what they are, but he was just telling me, and they're like 10 grand or something. I go, okay, you buy me one and I'll use the Manley, you know.
But the industry is changing so much because everybody's on the road these days, and
Yeah.
people need to send in auditions from the road, and they've got this. I just ordered.
What do you use?
I just-
Do you still use the MXL or?
No, I just got this. I got a mini from Apple.
Oh, the little ones. Yeah,
the little
people love
ones.
those.
And yeah, it's amazing. I've
Really?
had people just plug it into their phone and use this. Kylie Bear was telling me about.
It's insane.
In fact, it's being sent on Monday. I forget what it's called, but and then this app for $10.
And you can use,
it's like
is that
mini
the thing
Pro
you use
Tools.
on your iPad?
You can use it
or-
on your iPad, on your
Yeah,
phone,
that's crazy.
and it's got the plug for the new.
I'm old school, I'm still schlepping the M-Box around with me.
Yeah.
And I think you used the MXL, didn't you
I have,
originally?
yeah, I've got the inbox on my studio
What is
at
it,
home, but I just
V64 or
haven't.
something?
I haven't put it together yet.
Which is a great mic, it's a copy of a Neumann, and it's actually a very good mic, and I booked a lot of stuff on that mic, so, I mean, people keep saying, you gotta buy these expensive things. I know people that have like $30,000, $40,000 setups at their house, and I'm going, well, I guess if you're booking all the time and you're getting huge jobs, it's worth it in a way, but,
Yeah,
I
if
book
you're-
on this little mic in my inbox, and,
Yeah. And if
in
you
my
record from
office.
home, there's a lot of people that do promos, that do, Steve Bloom does stuff for Toonami, and
In a
he's-
world.
In a world, and they just need to be. Or Kim Strauss does a lot of stuff from home. Roger Craig Smith does a lot of stuff, and they record it at home, sometimes live over an ISDN, because stuff needs to go out that day. If you're doing promos for NBC, it's like tonight on NBC. They usually do that morning or the day before. So, they are paid to sit at home sometimes, all day.
Yeah, there's a guy, I'm trying to think of this one guy, who was actually in Arkham Origins that I co-directed, trying to remember his name, great guy, but he does promos for one of the big networks, and that's all he does. He's basically home all day long doing, huh? No, it wasn't Tom. It wasn't Tom, it was, I'll remember it, but
David Gay.
no. But anyway,